Hello everyone, Nadeem here with PCSN. It is Saturday, it's a little late. It's supposed to be chat with Mac, but Mac couldn't make it today, so it's just me. So let's talk about your Windows machine having weird issues. You might have machine not able to get updates. You might have an issue where the machine gives you some kind of error or blue screens, just weird things happening. What do you do? Well, of course, a technical guy's going to say, hey, you got to go through the event log and you got to figure out what's causing the issue and, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to spend the time to go through the logs and figure out what issue could be causing it, because when you go to event logs, you're going to see a bunch of things that are really not causing a problem. So how do you identify that? It needs some research, right? And especially with our personal machines, if you don't have an IT access to an IT person who can go through that, you don't want to spend the time doing that. You don't want to learn computers. You just want to get your work done. So what do you do? Well, an easy way to fix a lot of issues on Windows machines specifically is to check for system file corruption. Now, there's an easy way to do this, so you don't have to go through the logs and try to figure out everything manually. Uh, Simple thing is you open a command prompt as an administrator. If you don't know how to do that, that'll be another video. But you open a command prompt as an administrator, and you run a command called SFC. SFC stands for System File Checker. How convenient. It will scan your drive. It takes some time. It'll scan your drive, and it'll automatically try to fix any corruption that might be there. If it's something it can fix, it will tell you it's fixed it. I suggest run it one more time just to make sure everything is fixed. Sometimes it cannot fix issues and you need to take some more drastic action, which will be another video because that requires some more deeper level of expertise. So here's how you run Windows System File Checker. So you open up a command prompt as an administrator and you type in SFC forward space forward slash scan now. And that's all you have to do. And I'm going to run it on this machine while I'm recording on this machine, so we'll see how that goes. And this, by the way, is a Windows 10 machine. It's running on a Microsoft Surface Studio laptop. It's This process usually can take quite some time, especially if you don't have an SSD drive. If you have a regular hard drive, it's going to take a while. For SSDs, it goes fairly quick. And what it's doing is, so Windows has like thousands and thousands of system files. It is going to check and verify that those files are not corrupt. What do corrupt files do? So if a file is used for to do certain things on your machine, if that file is corrupt, then when you try to do what that file is supposed to help you do on the system, you're going to have weird things happen. For example, it could be something as simple as you try to run Windows Update and Windows Update keeps failing. It gives you some weird error codes and it just keeps failing. Or it could be you're working in an application and when you try to do something specific, that application just fails, the machine blue screens, and it reboots on you, right? Things that you don't want to happen on your production machine, especially, and I've heard from people, where they could be, in Word, they have, a 20-page document typed up, and they go to do like a spell check or something, and something weird happens and it crashes, right? Not good thing to happen. So so right now what this machine is doing is it is going through checking all of those system files, comparing the checksum of these files to make sure all those files are what they're supposed to be. There is no corruption. And we will come back to this once this is done. I'm going to do some quick editing here and get you close to 100%. Okay, and we are back. It's about 98% right now. So This process, if you have a lot of corruption, it can take, I've seen machines take a little over an hour if there is a lot of corruption. You would feel like it gets hung at a certain point, like, whatever, 55, 60%. You might think that it's hung, but it's actually in the background copying fixed files into their proper place, so fixing those corrupt files. So now that it is done, and in this case, it did not find any issues, and I knew it wasn't going to find any issues. This is my personal laptop, so I run SFC scan tool every so often on this machine because I don't want any issues on this machine. Now, of course, the question becomes, how often should you do it? Now, SFC scan, if you don't have any corruption, it's not going to hurt anything. It's only going to take some time. So if there are no issues on your drive, you really don't on your machine. If it's not crashing, if it's not giving you any problems, you really don't need to run SFC scan. But if you want to run it on, once every couple of weeks, it's a good thing to do because over time, Windows files will get corrupt. It's a thing. It will happen. And you may not even encounter a problem because of these corrupt files, because you may not be using a function that one of these corrupt files, is handles. So, but the one time, if you have file corruption, the one time that you go to use a function that uses that file that is corrupt, you're going to run into problems. So I'd rather get ahead of the curve and do this on a routine basis. So that was just a quick tip that you can run on your own. It's not a destructive process. It's only going to fix files that are already corrupt. So you can't make it worse. In other words, it's not like deleting temp files where you can accidentally delete Windows files or some other files. So it's a safe thing to do. You can run it on your home machines. Make sure there's no issues. And if SFC scan cannot fix files, then I would say you need to seek some professional help because that means there is a problem that cannot be automatically fixed, and somebody needs to manually copy some files into their proper place. So until next week, everybody, have a great day and be safe.